In this video, we're gonna be making a comparison of MLB The Show 2022 on the Nintendo Switch. And as of the recording of this video, it is something that I have yet to see from other gaming YouTubers. So let's get to it. Okay, just to give you guys a little bit of background, this is not the first time that the show has done a mobile version of its game. MLB The Show has actually come out for both the PSP and the PS Vita. The last version that came out was for the PS Vita and MLB The Show 2015. For those of you who don't know, the PS Vita came out on 2011. It was discontinued on 2019. And the Nintendo Switch was originally announced on 2017, just 2 years before the PS Vita was officially discontinued. Why am I talking so much about the PS Vita? Well, the reason why I'm talking so much about the PS Vita is because I am going to compare the MLB The Show game, how it looks on the Nintendo Switch, and how it looked on the PS Vita with MLB The Show 2015. I actually have that game. I have a PS Vita still, so I'm going to be comparing those in just a minute. Obviously, this is not going to be a one-to-one comparison. MLB The Show 22 is a newer game. It has better graphics, etc. It's not going to be the same as MLB The Show 2015, but you might be surprised as to what the result that you're going to see will be. I know that the PS Vita has an OLED screen, which the Nintendo Switch did not come out until last year. Remember, PS Vita came out in 2011 and it already had an OLED screen, which the Nintendo Switch just did last year, which would mean it did it 10 years later. Anyways, I know it's not a one-to-one comparison, as I just said before, but you will probably be surprised. So let's go ahead and get to that part of the video.
Okay, I was gonna skip this part, but I just want to show you. As you can see right now, I am touching the screen to be able to do certain things. Not all of them, but I am able to do certain things on the PS Vita. That is something that you cannot do with MLB 22 The Show. MLB 22 The Show is all through controllers. I'm guessing it was an easier port over since the PlayStation 5 doesn't have an actual touch screen, or nor the Xbox. So I'm guessing that's why they did it that way. But you can see in the PS Vita on the top right hand side, a back and an advance. You just swipe your fingers across the top of the screen so you can actually see those things. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this game started. It's just going to be for you guys to see how the gameplay goes. I'm not going to play until a little bit further on because I realized that the only way for you to be able to see an exhibition game that you're not playing in on MLB 22 The Show is as if you were watching it on TV through the center field camera view. So I actually come into the game so you can actually see it from the perspective, or the same perspective as MLB 15 The Show, which is behind home plate, as if you were the catcher. As you can see, the one for the PS Vita is loading up. I'm selecting the teams for 2022, and there it goes. You can hear it, and it's so far smooth on the PS Vita. It's not lagging at all. And on the cutscenes is where these games normally lag. When you're using a mobile device, they try to give you as good frame rate as they can on gameplay, on actual gameplay, and if they have to cut off somewhere, they do it on the cutscenes. This is something that you don't see on the 15 game, which is the record of the pitcher and the catcher talking with the pitcher before the game starts. So that's something that they improved. What do I think overall as I'm looking at the game? I really like the way the PS Vita looks because you have to remember it is an OLED screen. I do think that the experience with an OLED screen is overall much better than with an LCD screen. I don't know if the Nintendo Switch OLED will make that much of a difference. There's a lot of people saying that it's not that much of a difference when you switch from this, pun intended, from the Switch LCD screen to the Switch OLED version. They don't see that much of a difference, but you can actually see it here. It looks better. The image looks crisper. It looks a little bit burned out on the Nintendo Switch. I actually have it on the maximum brightness, both of them. There you can see that I'm switching the camera view, but I realized that since I'm not playing, it didn't do anything. So I just go ahead and select. I leave it on for a little bit longer, but eventually I will go into the game. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah. Name select. Yeah, I go to the Yankees. Of course, I'm not gonna pick the Red Sox. And there it is. There you can see it. It's actually, the view is called MLB or the Show 15. So it's the same view. Even though it looks like you can see more on the Switch, you can't. It's the same thing. It's the same angle. The one thing that I did notice is that the clouds on the Switch are a little bit better. But then again, these are things that if the game would have kept improving year by year, we would have probably been able to see these improvements on the actual PS Vita. If MLB 22 had come out for the Vita and the Vita had been, or whichever portable would have come after the PS Vita, I'm pretty sure we would have seen this thing. So you can see the sky on the PS Vita is just a light blue, while you can actually see clouds and stuff on the actual Nintendo Switch. But overall, very minimal differences. I do like how the grass looks on the PS Vita and the players, the shapes. As you can see a close-up there, it's almost the same. I mean, maybe a tad bit of improvement on from the 15 to the 22 on the Switch, but again, these are things that are just being improved year by year, which I do think that if they would have kept improving, they would have gotten there eventually with the PS Vita. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys see a little bit of the gameplay here. I'm gonna finish it here, and we'll go ahead and finish up this video. I don't want it to be too long.
If you like this video, go ahead and press the like button right below me. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. If you have a Google account, you have a YouTube account, go ahead, sign in with your Gmail account, with your Google account, subscribe to help us grow. It'll really be appreciated. Also, that like button is very important. Remember, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at JR Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news or rumors about tech. Until next time.